Makingacene.org brings you your AI twin, building a digital version of yourself that markets while you sleep.
All right, let's just jump right in, shall we? This quote, wow. If you're an independent artist, this one from makingacene.org probably hits really close to home. See, the old music industry, the one with the huge labels and massive teams, they actually solved one giant problem: scale. But now, all that work lands squarely on your shoulders.
And that right there, that leads us straight into what we're calling the indie artist's dilemma. Because it's not just about creating amazing music anymore, is it? It's about somehow managing this relentless, crushing wave of communication that, back in the day, a whole department would have handled. Just think about what your day-to-day actually looks like. You're expected to be everywhere, all at once. And it starts with the messages, right? Answering DMs from fans, emails from venues. It feels like it's coming from everyone, all the time. And then, of course, you've got to write more posts. You have to feed that social media beast, you know? The algorithms demand constant content, and if you don't keep up, you just disappear. You become invisible. And it doesn't stop there. On top of all that, you're supposed to be sending better emails. We're talking about the kind that really connect with people, the ones your fans actually want to open, not just instantly delete.
And get this. All of this is happening while you're also trying to book shows. So that means you're constantly following up with promoters. It's literally a full-time job on top of your real job, which is, making music.
So what happens when you're stretched this thin? It's inevitable, right? Things start to slip through the cracks. Your tone of voice might be different on Instagram than it is in your emails. Your communication just gets inconsistent. And makingacene.org makes a brilliant point here. That inconsistency, it costs you. It costs you real money, real fans, and real opportunities.
But what if there was a way to scale your voice, to be everywhere at once, without having to hire a team you totally can't afford? Well, this is where the idea of an AI twin comes in. And look, we need to be super clear about what this is, and maybe even more importantly, what it isn't.
Okay, first things first. Your AI twin is not some creepy robot clone trying to make fake friends for you. Not at all. Think of it more like a trained assistant. It's a system that you build, one that learns exactly how you communicate, your unique sound, your story, what you believe in. The whole point is to help you show up more consistently, but always in your authentic voice.
I love this slide because it just cuts right through all the sci-fi hype. The myth is that you're making a fake you, a robot clone, or some kind of weird software art. But the reality, it's way more practical. You're simply building a trained assistant. You're taking your voice, your most unique asset, and turning it into infrastructure for your business. See? It's not about art made by software. It's about a scaled process that you control.
And this really gets at the right mindset. You've got to forget all the crazy sci-fi stuff. Instead, think about it like you're training a new assistant. You have to teach them the ropes, give them examples of how you talk, and correct them when they get it wrong. The most important part? You, the artist, are always in the driver's seat.
Okay, so if it's really just like training an assistant, then how do you actually do it? Let's break it down and get into the practical, step-by-step blueprint for building this thing.
The process that makingacene.org lays out is actually surprisingly simple. Step 1. You gather up all the raw material that makes up your voice. I'm talking emails, interviews, lyrics, even just recordings of you talking. Step 2. You create a voice playbook that spells out your rules, your mission. Step 3. You pick your tool, something like ChatGPT or Claude. And then, the really crucial final step. You give it guardrails. You tell it exactly what it should never do to make sure your authentic voice is always protected. And you know what? The tech to do all this isn't some futuristic fantasy. It's here, right now, and it's pretty easy to get your hands on. You just need a brain, like ChatGPT, a shovel, something like Descript or Otter to turn your spoken words into text, a publishing arm, like Buffer, to schedule your posts, and this is the big one, you need owned land. That means your own website and your own email list, places where you make the rules.
All right, so you've built your twin. Now, this is where the fun really starts. Let's look at how you actually put this thing to work, how you turn all that endless, tedious manual labor into some seriously smart leverage. Just look at this chart for a second. This shows you the real-world difference it can make. That new single campaign that would have taken you, 10+ hours of writing? Now you can get drafts in 15 minutes. Those inconsistent emails to venues? Now they're consistent, professional pitches. And those boring merch descriptions? They can become compelling copy in seconds. We're not just talking about saving a few minutes here and there. This is a total game changer for your entire workflow.
And here's the absolute key takeaway. The time you're saving, it's not so you can just post more random stuff on social media. No, it's so you can focus on the things that actually make you money. The whole goal here is to plug your authentic, consistent voice directly into your revenue paths. We're talking emails, merch descriptions, and those direct offers you make to your biggest fans.
And that brings us to what might be the biggest idea in this whole thing. This isn't just some clever productivity hack. It's a real power move. It's a fundamental shift in strategy for independent artists. It's all about moving your focus away from rented platforms and onto infrastructure that you actually own.
I mean, think about it for a second. We pour so much energy into creating content for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, but it's all rented land. The landlord can change the rules tomorrow. The algorithm can decide to bury your posts. And worst of all, you don't actually own that relationship with your audience. They do.
So what's the alternative? It's building on land that you truly own. Your website, your email list. That is the foundation of your business. And your AI twin's main job? It's to be a bridge, to guide people away from those rented spaces and back to the places that you completely control.
This right here, this quote from makingascene.org, this is everything. Let this one really sink in for a minute. Your AI twin isn't here to help you post more. It's here to help you own more. It's not about feeding the beast. It's about building a career that can actually last. Your AI twin is a tool for ownership, owning your voice, owning your story, and owning that direct line to your fans.
When it comes down to it, your unique voice is your business. That's what makes you, you. An AI twin is just a way to scale that voice with integrity, so you can build a real, sustainable business around your art. So really, the only question left to ask is, are you ready to scale it?
Make sure you check out the other great articles and resources on makingascene.org, the place the indie artist goes to build the new music industry.